Hi, I'm Julie. Want to see something really amazing? Come on, let's go. Look.
Wheat foods fill the aisles. Look for wheat and you'll find it. Almost every aisle in your grocery store contains wheat products. In the bakery, in the soup section, in the deli, down the cereal and pasta aisle, the snack section, and in the bread aisle.
Hey Tim, what do you have for me today?
You name it and we got it. Bread, bagels, biscuits, crackers, pretzels, pasta, pizza dough, and pastries. Whew, you may need some help today.
Hey, how would you two like to help me unload this delivery?
Wow, look at all this food.
Do you ever wonder what's used to make all the foods we eat every day? Let's take a look. The ingredients on the label tell us what's used to make the food. These pretzels are made with wheat flour.
It's all made with wheat. So many foods are made with wheat.
Wheat? My neighbor grows wheat.
Yes, wheat. It's a simple yet amazing plant grown all over the world. Did you know that in every month of the year, some farmer is harvesting wheat somewhere in the world? That's a lot of wheat. In fact, people in the United States eat more wheat than any other cereal grain. It gives us protein, vitamins, minerals, fiber, the works. It's the perfect starting point for a healthy diet. How much wheat would you suppose you would eat in a year, kiddo? Well, you look like active kids, so I would guess you would eat about 150 pounds of wheat in a year. And you know what? That's not enough. Nope. Active kids need to eat at least 9 servings of wheat-based foods every day. So eat it up. That's what I say. Wheat has it all. And look at all the variety of wheat foods you can choose from.
Wow, that's amazing.
Hey, I've got to make my next delivery. I guess I'm leaving you with a lot to think about. The earliest known ancestors of wheat were called wild einkorn and emmer. With the help of modern technology and great scientists, there are now over 30,000 different varieties of wheat.
Shortly after early man discovered tall wheat stalks growing wild over the plains, he was able to stop wandering the land in search of food. His people could now store the whole wheat kernel throughout the season and would grind the wheat using a stone mortar to make flour for different foods.
For thousands of years, wheat was planted and harvested by hand labor, and later with horses until the middle of the 19th century. With the invention of farm equipment, farmers can now plant more acres and harvest wheat faster.
Today's farmer uses modern machinery that can plant and harvest wheat with great speed. Through science and research, farmers are able to grow many varieties of wheat that are stronger and healthier than the wheat discovered thousands of years ago.
Thanks to modern technology and the invention of the combine, a farmer can harvest an acre of wheat in just 10 minutes. In fact, a farmer who spends 10 hours harvesting would be able to harvest 3,600 bushels or 216,000 pounds of wheat in just one day's work.
Hi, my friend and I came to watch you harvest wheat.
Fantastic! Did Julie tell you that we plant our wheat in the fall? The wheat rests in the ground during the winter and starts growing again in the spring. But some farmers plant their wheat in the spring. Once the seedlings emerge, the warm days make the wheat grow quickly, changing from green to tan. The summer sun turns the wheat into a rich golden color.
It's like a sea of gold.
Just like that song, America the Beautiful, where it says, "Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber
amber
waves
waves
of
of
grain." Yeah, that's it. And that's exactly what the wheat looks like when it's ready to harvest. Amber waves of grain, like a golden ocean stretching as far as the eye can see.
So how do the farmers know exactly when the wheat is ready to harvest?
Well, most farmers simply take a sample of wheat to the local grain elevator, where the wheat is tested to see if it's ready to cut. But many farmers use another way to check their wheat.
Another way?
Yes. See, this is the wheat plant. These are the roots, the stem, the leaves, and the wheat head. The wheat head contains the kernels, and the kernel is what is used to make flour for our foods. To check if this wheat is ready to harvest, all I have to do is rub the wheat head in my hands and blow away the chaff. If I bite into a wheat kernel and it's dry enough to crack, then it's ready to harvest. And it's ready. Would you two care to help me harvest?
Sure, you bet we would.
We harvest wheat with this big machine called a combine. A combine can do what it used to take 40 or 50 people to do so many years ago. Look, as it moves over the field, it cuts and separates the wheat all at the same time. It's amazing. The kernels are removed from the wheat stems and then go into a storage bin in the combine. When the bin is full, the wheat kernels are loaded into a truck. After the truck is full, the wheat is taken to a local grain elevator. There the kernels are emptied and raised or elevated into tall bins that look like giant soup cans. Here the wheat kernels are cleaned and stored until they are shipped to a mill, where they are ground to make flour for our foods. If you two want to head over to the mill, I'm sure they'll show you how wheat is made into flour.
Today's modern mills can use 100% of the wheat kernel. The mills produce flours for thousands of different types of foods, from breads to bagels to crackers. Even ice cream cones are made from wheat. What is even more amazing is that wheat can be used to make products that are not even foods at all, such as pastes for plywood and glues for hanging wallpaper.
Hi, we were hoping you could show us around the mill today.
Sure, I'd be happy to show you how the mill grinds wheat into flour. But first, let's take a closer look at the wheat kernel. The kernel has 3 parts. The first is the tough outer layer that protects the wheat. It is called the bran. The bran is naturally high in fiber. The second is the heart of the wheat called the germ. The germ is rich with healthy vitamins and minerals. The third part is the white inside of the wheat called the endosperm. The endosperm is full of nourishment, especially complex carbohydrates and protein. We can also combine all 3 parts of the wheat kernel to create whole wheat flour. In today's modern mills, flour is made with giant electronic machines like these. Heavy rollers break and grind the wheat kernels into little pieces. After this, the machines clean, roll, grind, and sift the newly made flour. B vitamins, iron, and folic acid are added, so the wheat foods you love to eat are good for you too.
Wow, that's amazing.
Wheat is amazing. Did you know that all the different varieties of wheat fit into 6 groups or classes? Each class has different characteristics which make it better for certain foods. Hard red winter wheat grows in the Great Plains and is used for making breads. Hard red spring wheat is grown in the Northern Plains and is used for specialty breads like bagels and croissants. Soft red winter wheat grows mostly in the Southeast and is used to make cakes and pastries. Soft white wheat grows in the Pacific Northwest. It is used to make cakes and pastries, crackers, cookies, and pancake mixes. Durum is the hardest of all wheat. The majority is grown in the Northern Plains and is used to make pastas like macaroni and spaghetti. Finally, hard white wheat is grown in the Midwest and the Northwest. It is used for breads and some Asian noodles. Thanks to flour mills like this one, we're able to process all 6 classes of wheat into different types of flour.
But where does the flour go to be made into the foods that we buy at the grocery store?
We send the wheat flour to small bakeries and large companies that produce wheat food products, such as cereals and breads, pastas and crackers and cookies like we've been talking about. Even my favorite food, tortillas.
Over 2 billion bushels of wheat are grown in the United States in a year. That's enough wheat to feed people here and millions of people all over the world. About half of the wheat produced in the U.S. is exported to countries where wheat is an important part of their favorite traditional foods.
In Africa, wheat flour is used to make many different kinds of flatbreads that are part of their culture and diet.
In the Middle East, people make flatbreads and a cold salad called tabbouleh.
In Asia, wheat noodles are a favorite, as well as pao su, a steamed wheat flour dumpling often filled with vegetables and meat.
In South America, they enjoy empanadas, a spicy meal inside a fried bread.
In Europe, wheat flour is used in many foods and desserts.
In the USA, one of our favorite wheat foods is pizza. Billions of slices of pizza are eaten in the United States each year. In fact, we eat more pizza than anyone else in the world.
This pizza contains food from all the different food groups from the My Food Plate Guide. It has food from the bread, cereals, pastas, and rice group, the vegetable and dairy group, and even has fruit. To stay healthy, we use the My Food Plate Guide as an easy way to choose the correct portions of food to eat every day.
Good job, kids. You played a great game. To keep your energy level high, you need to eat a variety of foods every day.
Especially foods made with wheat. Dig in!
Kids should have 1.5 to 2 cups of fruit every day and 2 to 3 cups of vegetables to help you get all the vitamins and nutrients your growing bodies need. Make sure to eat 5 to 6 ounces of protein every day. High protein foods include fish, chicken, red meat, and beans. Kids should have 2 to 3 cups from the dairy food group and 4 to 6 ounces from the bread, grains, pasta, and rice group. Use the My Idaho food plate found in your Bread in a Bag student guide to help you visualize your food choices every day.
That's right. We eat the most out of this group because these foods contain fiber and complex carbohydrates.
As long as you eat from all of the food groups, you are sure to stay strong and healthy.
So, keep eating foods made with wheat, and we'll see you next Saturday on the field for practice.
All right. Great game today, guys. Good job.
Can you believe how much we learned about wheat today? But the best part about wheat is eating it. Amazing! It's wheat!